guys, it's JD with the Black Panther podcast. So, I haven't done a video in a while. That's because I'm being lazy. And laziness does not help when you're trying to do videos and podcasts and those sorts of things. It's a matter of setting up, getting things to work correctly and properly. So, small little tidbit. The last couple of, not tidbit, I guess, the last couple of days there have been some small, subtle hints on the social medias, as in Facebook. So Facebook, definitely, you see all these inspirational quotes, you see funny videos, you get to catch up with old friends and so on and so forth. I follow a couple different motivational speakers, John C. Maxwell and Jack Canfield. So, a lot of these different guys, very influential, and every day I see these inspirational quotes. The last couple of days, there have been subtle hints with these two different people that I'm following about dreaming. Perfect timing, because me and my coworkers that are trying to work on something to make a bigger project, the underlying tone was, I've discussed this before, about sky's the limit and those sorts of things. Very cliche when it comes to dreaming and so on and so forth. Yesterday, or no, it was today. Basically, if you can dream it, do it. That kind of idea, that kind of mentality. So, I'm just going to discuss a couple things about dreaming. When you start out with something like a podcast or with my photography and stuff, I envision that stuff to take off and sky's the limit. It takes a lot of work and a lot of different steps to get to those points of putting yourself out there and proactively working on stuff. For photography, there's a lot of times in my weeks that I have days off and I'm like, I should go take pictures, and I get caught up with other things. With the podcast, finding time to film is always a struggle, consistent struggle of mine, because I am very, I tend not to want to do filming, even though I know I should. When I look at how many subscribers I have right now, it's very minimal, and it sucks. But at the same time, I think if I don't work hard at something, I'm not going to see the fruits of my labor. The other day I was thinking to myself, why don't I just give up? Why don't I just stop doing videos, doing vlogs, stop the whole idea of the concept of the podcast? That is very, I think every person goes through that phase at some point. When you're starting out something basic and you know that other people have been successful with those sorts of things, but yourself, you're like, no, I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have the mind, the brain power, and that sort of thing to work on something like this. That's where the whole concept of dreaming, and I do this at night. I'm in the middle of, if I'm still up at night, I'm still thinking, okay, ideas for podcast, ideas for photography. And you get all these ideas rolling around in your brain, and you think, well, shoot, I got to do something with it. I feel most motivated, oddly enough, when I'm uploading and getting a video ready. I was telling a buddy this at work a couple weeks ago. When I was uploading a video, I was listening to music that was pumping me up, and at that moment I was like feeling peaceful with myself and just like geared up and jacked up and ready to launch a video, which is so simple, because once you hit that publish button or you hit that upload, for me, I find I get into my little world of excitement. I've got my tunes bumping with my headphones and I'm in the zone. I'm like, boom, let's get this done. It's the whole like dream. You gotta dream about these things. You can't just sit on your butt and let the world by and then think, well, damn, why isn't this taking off? Well, because you're not working at it, son. So, for myself, I see the podcast, I see the end result of potentially what this podcast will be. And I continually have to be dreaming up of ideas. push and motivate myself to get these videos done, and not to say, just have them done half-assed, but to have good content and be motivated to get things done. I'm inspirationally, like, right now I'm just like, hey Julian, work on it, work on it, work on it, work as hard as you can. I'm not gonna see these like the fruits of my labor if I don't work proactively on these things. And dreaming, like, dream big. There's so many people that I know who, growing up, and even just friends that I work with, and they have these ideas. They want to do these great things. Well, it's almost backwards for me. It's almost like I'm contradicting myself when I say, well, what are you doing to do those sorts of things? Like, did you buy a camera? Did you, I don't know, set up a web page? Did you set up a website? Did you set up a Twitter handle, an Instagram handle? Are you on Facebook? How are you proactively working on these sorts of things? Well, for myself, then I turn the whole ball around, and then I look at myself, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm slowly getting comfortable with filming myself, and I've set up kind of a website for my photography and stuff, and that's just at the starting stages of that. I know that there's more down the way that I got to work on. So it's the whole concept of dreaming and pushing yourself as hard as you can to get everything set in motion and get things done. I'm a big dreamer. I have all these ideas. I have down the way, I want to do a restaurant. I want to own my own business, my photography. I want that to bring in income. I want this podcast / vlog channel, if you will. I want to see more subscribers down the way. And come summertime, I'm thinking I'm going to have a little bit more places where I'm going to do my filming, and obviously different venues, things that I can showcase throughout Saskatoon. And that's very exciting. Right now it's very, very snowy, so I'm doing a lot of my filming right now just indoors for now. I'm looking forward to launching more of those kind of creative ideas in summertime. So I guess be prepared for more videos to come, obviously, in summer. Until then, I'm still going to film as much as I can and discuss these sorts of issues with you guys. Take away from this all, basically, dream big, and don't let people push or hinder you away from your dreams. That's probably the biggest downfall with a lot of people, is they don't get enough. Maybe people are trying to get approval from others, or they know that if they mention so and so, it's such a dream to someone, they're just going to say, oh, well, that's a waste of your time. Don't listen to those people. I discussed this last week. Don't listen to those people. Put yourself in an environment that people are going to encourage you, and they're going to push you in the right direction. That's all I got to say today. Thanks for listening to my little tiny rant. There's going to be some more videos coming. I'm most likely going to do another video tomorrow. So be prepared. There's going to be 2 videos within a 48-hour period. Take care, guys. Bye.